welcome to Kahootopia. My name is Padraic. I'm one of the product managers in Kahoot. So yes, you've probably heard Kahootopia or seen Kahootopia mentioned when you've logged on this back to school. So I'm here to tell you all about what Kahootopia is. I'm also joined by one of our teacher ambassadors, Debbie, who I'll pass it over to after my session so she can tell you how she has started to use Kahootopia in her classroom. So with that, let's tell you about Kahootopia. So Kahootopia is our new inclusive, collaborative learning experience that celebrates class learning. So Kahoot is really good at celebrating the winners of the podium. Now you have the ability to celebrate all of the learning, not just with an individual game, but with all of the learning through all of the games you've played on Kahoot. Because as you play more games of Kahoot, you unlock new rewards on this magical Kahootopic island. So let's dive in. So Kahootopia, you can see here on the right that some of the rewards that are unlocked as you play different games. So you get new rewards for every game that you play. You can level up your complete island. So the island evolves to get bigger and bigger. So the more you play throughout the school year, you will see a bigger and more elaborate island. So it's all about collaborative, inclusive learning. We have some inclusive game modes like Chill Art, Submarine Squad, Robot Run, which celebrates class learning. Now we've created an even larger collaborative, inclusive experience around learning, which all the students can get behind and can be motivated to achieve independent of the skill level of the students. So you can see here some of the screenshots here show that we also show a podium on the island if you play one of our games that contains a podium. And on that podium, not just the winners of the game are celebrated, but all of the participants can celebrate all of the rewards that have been unlocked in the game. Right, so that's Kahootopia, and there's hundreds of buildings now that you can unlock as rewards. Here's a sample of some of those buildings, and there's more coming soon. So you can unlock different rewards for different reasons. Here you have, for example, some of our game modes. Color Kingdom is the tower at the bottom here. The top left is the Lost Pyramid. But we also have subject related game rewards. So you have the science building, you have a social studies building, this one on the right here. You have a math building. So based on the subject, based on the type of games you play, but also on the class performance. So we reward learning outcomes. So if you achieve a certain score with your class in the Kahoot, then, in this example, I've got 66% of the class achieved the correct answers in this Kahoot. When you click on a building, you can get the option to play again. And if you can achieve 100% on that Kahoot with your class, then you can unlock a greater and bigger version of that building. So you can see on the right-hand side here, this building has been leveled up and it's now evolved into be a much bigger and brighter building. So it's not just rewards for the sake of rewards, it's linked back to pedagogical logic, learning outcomes. Yes, and here's some examples of the building evolutions that you can achieve. I don't want to give away too much because it's fun to discover this yourself. There's some hidden gems in there as well that we don't want to share too much about, that you'll have to discover for yourself. But on the top here, you see a social studies building where it starts quite basic. And then if you play more Kahoots related to this subject, you will evolve the building to be bigger and greater. So the class can all enjoy the evolution of the buildings based on the learning that they've achieved with all of the Kahoots related to that subject. The two bottom ones are game mode specific. So if you play our game mode called Tallest Tower with this gorilla, you can start quite basic with the gorilla on top of a small tower, and then it evolves to be bigger and better with the more Tallest Tower games you play. And the bottom is Color Kingdom, which starts as a simple tower and then evolves to be a full castle by the end of it. And these buildings will continue to evolve. So this just shows you the kind of collective rewards that the class can achieve together. Yes, and we're not finished there. We have some special rewards and premium rewards that you can unlock. So here's a sample of some of those: the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty. So iconic buildings are on the bottom here. You have things like a bank or a disco building, the hospital or the firehouse building. So we're going to continue to create buildings, and we will have seasonal buildings. So, related to winter holidays or the Halloween Sean mentioned, which will be special, events during the year that you can unlock special rewards. And related to that, for these themed events, you can have, for example, the postcard at the back here is a beach scene with all of the class characters shown on the scene. So we're creating these shareable moments connected to the rewards. So you can create this shareable moment and share the learning achieved by the whole class, whether it be in a Halloween setting like the one on the right, or a beach setting, the one on the left. Yes. But we're not finished there. We do have a super version of Kahootopia available for our Kahoot Gold members. If you're a free teacher, you get 2 classrooms available for free. So the idea is that you can have an individual island for each of your classes if you're a multi-subject teacher, or if you need multiple classrooms or classes for your teaching needs. You can create up to 2 on the free teacher plan. If you're on silver and bronze, you can have 4 islands. And if you're on Super Kahootopia, you can have 10 islands. Also with the Super Kahootopia, you can evolve. The buildings will evolve even further. You can unlock more levels, and then there'll be more special events connected to things like Halloween and Christmas and different calendar events. So yes, there's 2 versions, Kahootopia and Super Kahootopia. And we actually are quite excited to share that we do have an offer at the moment for Super Kahootopia for Gold members, Kahoot Gold. You can get a discount of 20% off Kahoot Gold running up until September 20th. So I think we're going to share that offer in the chat. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, feel free. But with that, I'll do a quick demo. So how do you get started on Kahootopia? So I will log on to the platform here. I'm logged in as a teacher with an EDU subscription. If you are a returning teacher to the platform, I'm sure you'll get a large advertisement for Kahootopia, which will take you straight into the same paths that I'll show you here. But here I've created one island in Kahootopia called Class 3A. I'll just show you how you can create a new island. You can either do it here on the homepage, or you can do it from your Discover page, clicking on the Kahootopia logo on the top here. But here I'll create an island. You can choose the island name. So if you're a multi-subject teacher or a multi-class teacher, you can choose whatever name is appropriate. But let me add class, 3C. I think I have A already. And okay, I can choose grade all the way up to adult learning. I'll choose grade 3 and save that. Now I have 2 islands. So when I launch a Kahoot, I can choose the island that I want the rewards for that game to be associated with. So if you have multiple classes, you can say, today I'm teaching class 3A or class 3C. Today I'll start a Kahoot that I'll associate with the island for class 3C, so that their rewards are actually associated back to that island. So let me open class 3C, which is an island I have from before, which I've evolved some of. Actually, this one's a new island. Let me go back and choose 3A. Yes, this is the island. 3C was the new island that's blank. I haven't evolved that one too much yet. We just created it. But here you can see some of the rewards that have been unlocked through either game modes that I played. So here you can see some of the things I mentioned that you can play in new Kahoot to try evolve this character. A reward, Treasure Trove, is from playing the Treasure Trove game mode. Here you have a language center. I've studied French with the class, and now I've unlocked a building related to language. And if I play more language related Kahoots, that building will evolve to be bigger and greater, and the whole class can revel in the collective rewards and evolution of the rewards. So you can see you can navigate around your island for the different buildings. Here's a science building, for example, a science lab, and I've reached level 2 here already on this island. So this is just a taste of how you can start your island independent. You can also launch a game from this view. So you can choose new game. You can search for example, your own library here. This is my library, or I can search the platform for a Kahoot, for example, photosynthesis, and then I can launch a Kahoot now connected to that island. If I wanted to change the island, I could go in here to change to, you know, the new island that I created, class 3C, for example, and choose to play game connected to that game. There's also the traditional way of launching a game, that if you find a Kahoot on the platform, when you launch that Kahoot, so here I'm on Discover page, I find a Kahoot about, you know, the solar system. I host live that Kahoot. In this flow, now you will be asked, which class would you like to associate this game with? Okay, I'll associate with class 3C. So if I associate with class 3C, then any rewards unlocked for this new island that I just created will be revealed at the end of the game after you play the podium, which I think I have a game here. Let's see if it still works. So I've transitioned now. I'm showing the podium. It's the end of the game. So I've just hosted a full Kahoot in front of the classroom. I managed to make the podium myself here in this test Kahoot. You can celebrate the winner, Mary, for the Explore the Solar System Kahoot. And then after the podium is revealed, we'll transition to the island and reveal which reward has been unlocked on the island. So here you can see the characters now have full bodies and they're celebrating on the podium. If there was more participants in the island, they would be visible on the bottom of the podium here. Let's claim the reward. And then as you can see, I can now unlock some of these rewards based on the Kahoot that I just played. So now it's unlocking these rewards that the class has achieved. We achieved 50% answers on that Kahoot. So if I wanted to improve the score for that Kahoot, I could play that Kahoot again by clicking on the building. You can see you get multiple rewards unlocked on your island. So here I can navigate then, you know, on the island and say, oh, here we go, 50% of awesomeness achieved with the Explore the Solar System. If I want to play again and I achieve 100%, I can unlock a bigger and better building on the island. So yes, that's a little bit of a taste of what you can expect with your classroom island. We're really excited to see how your classroom islands and Kahootopic islands evolve over the school year. But to share a little bit more about how they've started to use it in their classroom, we have Debbie, one of our teacher ambassadors. So with that, let me stop sharing and I'll pass it over to you, Debbie, to share a little bit about your experience of using the classroom island. Over to you, Debbie. So yeah, if you look in the chat, you'll get to see the offer that I mentioned, the Kahoot Gold. So yes, we have until 30th of September, so you have a little bit of time to think about it. So feel free to copy the link and you know, you can use that at any time up until the 30th of September. Okay, over to you, Debbie.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, welcome everybody. Let me go ahead and switch over and share my screen here. All right, let's give it a second. All right, and let's get on our presenter mode here. I can move that out of the way. All right, so I have been exploring with Kahootopia. I was lucky to get a little early peek at it, and I've been playing it with my kids. I teach at an at-risk school with students in grades 8 through 12, and they have really been enjoying Kahootopia. So let me kind of show you around my island. So this is my first period's class. And as you can see, they've already leveled up to level 13. We have quite a few structures on our island so far. And then I'll go ahead and I have a total of 3 classes that I teach. So this is my second period and they are on level 6. And then my fourth period of the day and they are on level 4. And you can see the more you play, the larger those structures are going to get. So let me give you a little bit of a behind the scenes navigation part. When I first started, I wasn't quite sure how to get to my other islands, but you'll notice here in the top left-hand corner, you've got a couple icons. And if you click on this little map, it's going to bring you back where you can see all of your islands that are available to you. So I can pick which class period I'm in, whether I'm going to be in period 4, period 2, or period 1. And again, that's that little map icon right there will take you to it. And if you don't want to play with any island, you could just click continue with no island. So once you select your island, it's going to come into this view that we're all familiar with, and we go ahead and we pick which game we want to play. You can see that I was going to review lighting techniques with them because I teach digital video. And then we select the game that we want to play. That's going to help determine what building or structure we're going to get on our island as well. When you've finished your games, if you come back to this icon here, this is a little treasure chest that you may be wondering, what does that do? Well, that's actually going to take you in and it's going to show you all of your achievements in every area that you've been through in Kahoot. Depending which game, whether you've played Chill Art, you've done your classic arcade, you've done your tallest tower, you've done the pyramid, the lost temple, all of those that will show you your standings, it'll show you where you are, and you could actually pick specifically here to play one of those modes again. There's also some bonus subject buildings that you can get, like you mentioned, the math, the social studies, the science lab, the language center, the trivia stage, and of course, the English language hub. And all of that is found in your treasure chest. So these are some of our structures that we have on our island. We've got our social studies hall, our submarine pool, our trivia stage, our cosmic conquest site, our robot run, our classic arcade, our color kingdoms, and our temple run. And then I've got one hidden behind me way over here, which of course is our treasure trove ship. So lots of different opportunities for the kids to build and grow their island. There is one thing that's going to be interesting that you may discover on your island is there's some buildings that you're not quite sure what are they? Like, what is this little mushroom doing here? Well, the mushroom was one of those games we played where we didn't do so well. Either it was a subject that was new to us, maybe we played it as a blind Kahoot, so we're still learning it, or maybe it's one of those where you thought you had more time in your lesson than you did, and you clicked on it, and you started the game, and you got like 2 questions, and the bell rang, and it was time to go, so you had to exit the game. You can come back and revisit those in your island. All you have to do is come back and click on that structure. It's going to give you this little menu at the bottom that says play again to unlock more rewards. And you can play that exact game again to build bigger structures on your island or to improve your score. So it's a really neat way to go back and see where the areas where we were lacking, and the kids can help grow their island that way while increasing their progress. So I think it's time to play a Kahoot.
We're getting you all queued up, and as we join this live Kahoot, we'd love for you to participate and join us as well, either on your Kahoot app or by visiting kahoot.it. So you'll see the live Kahoot come on our screen, and we will use the island to get started in Kahootopia. Debbie, I'll pass back to you. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good. Always welcome. All right, so we're getting ready to play our game. Let's see. Dun, da, da, da. All right. Here it comes. We are looking for exploring Kahootopia. All right. So we're going to pick our game mode. Got player identifiers are on. Setting all of our sections. So we like to randomly order the answers. So if you play it again, the kids don't know it's in the upper left-hand corner because those answers will move around. All right, so let's see who we've got playing with us today. All right, we've got Sydney, List, MSW, PSD. We've got Brendan. We've got RRCC, Matt, Dada, Sag. Julie, it's coming in so quick, it's hard to see them all. Oh, look, there's another Debbie out there. All right, we've got Jens. We've got Mr. Matthews. We've got Jensen, Veronica, Johnny, Mrs. H, Eli, Restella Brasil, Giddy. Oh, I love it. Keep them coming, gang. Keep them coming. All right, we've got Monty, we've got Fox, we've got Kristen, we've got Loma. Looking good. We got 149 people so far. 64. Wow, 167. Can we get it to 200? Let's see. We are sitting at 180 players so far. 184. Our numbers are climbing. 185, 187. We're getting closer. 190, 192. We are almost to 200. We have 196 players. 98. 2 more. Woohoo! We hit 200. All right. So welcome to our Kahootopia. What is the name of the ultimate classroom tool for learning together? Getting close. 3 seconds left. All right, look at that, look at that. Oh, I see some awesome answers. Kahootopia is correct. Nicely done. We do not take off for spelling in this game. All right. Fantastic. All right. Question number 2. Dun, 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 dun. Brennan is in our top spot on the leaderboard. True or false? Kahootopia is a free tool for teachers. True or false? Is this free? Sorry, that's our 30-second warning for changing of classes. All right, yes, indeed. Kahootopia is a free tool for teachers. The only thing that changes is the amount of islands you get. All right, can you unlock buildings for each unique game mode? You most certainly can. Your island will be as creative as you are. The games you play the most will probably have the larger buildings. All right, our leaderboard, we got Brendan still at the top. It's a word cloud question. What kind of rewards would you like to see in Kahootopia? This would mean there are no wrong answers. Dream big. Let's see your wish list. What would you like to see for rewards? We've already heard there's going to be some special holiday theme ones. We can't wait to see what those Halloween rewards are going to look like. All right. Ooh, some candy, more rings and dings, lakes and mountains, badges, points, characters. Yes, my kiddos have said they would like to see a variety more character options for them. All right, lots of great ideas there. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Number 5. This is a multiple select answer, and it's worth double the points. So what does Kahootopia allow teachers to recognize? I would recommend picking 2. Or they are all things that we can recognize. Completing homework and assignments is coming soon, which will be an awesome treat to Kahootopia. All right, let's see where we stand. Dun, 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 dun. We've got MSWPSD moving to the top of our leaderboard, but only by 4 points. It's anybody's game. All right, your next question. It's another multiple select answer. What details of a Kahootopia island can be customized? What do you as the teacher have control over? All right, you can change the grade and you can pick the name of your island. For simplicity, I just named mine based on the class period, so it was easy to find them. Our last question, one of our last questions is a poll. So as a teacher, which of the following features would you be most interested in? Which one? Visiting other islands, customizing your island, frequent rewards, characters and objects students can interact with, a podium screen that includes all students, or homework and assignments linked to your island. Lots of exciting features. All right, we got 3 seconds left on the clock. All right, it looks like most people would like to see characters and objects students can interact with, as well as homework assignments linked to the island. Nicely done, nicely done. Excellent ideas. All right, time for that drop pin. So after logging in, where can islands be revisited? We're giving you a clue. Where can you revisit your islands once you logged into Kahoot? And remember, with the free version, you're going to get 2 islands. So you might want to put them in as your subject areas if you teach 2 different subjects, and the students in different classes can work together to give you those achievements. Or if you upgrade, you'll have more options as well. All right, we've got 15 seconds left, 14, 13. Drop your pin. Where do you think you need to go to revisit your island? All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's see what we got. All right, wow, look at all those pins. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. All righty. So you definitely go back to where your classes are and you select your class to revisit. So our last question is a word cloud question. What do you think your players would like about Kahootopia the most? What do you think they would enjoy the most about this lovely island? Is it the pirate ship? What might it be? Is it our group photo at the end? Our special Halloween or holiday themed events. All right, let's see our most popular answers. We've got the characters, rewards, collaboration, competition, building the island, playing together, and having fun. Kahootopia really adds an exciting element to our game that we didn't have before. And we are thoroughly thrilled. All right, let's see. How do we do on our leaderboard exploring Kahootopia? Jess Bach in 3rd place. In 2nd place was 907 was Stephanie. And in 1st place, drum roll, with 7,002 points, MSWPSD. Nicely done. Rounding out our top 5, we've got Laxon and Sydney. Well done, gang. Well done. Hannah, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to you. And thank you so much for playing, guys. I hope you found something exciting with Kahootopia and can't wait to try it with your kids.
Amazing. Thank you, Debbie, for walking us through this first opportunity to see our island grow together. As you were sharing, it's really awesome when we are scoring, growing, collaborating, and succeeding all together. So I'm seeing new structures add to our island, new mushrooms, as you've mentioned, and we've reached level 6 together. So kudos to you all for joining and helping us learn. And of course, as an educator in your own classroom, in your own campus, you can always incorporate opportunities for competition between students, across classrooms, and throughout your learning day. So thanks, Debbie, for your help on that.